Hey everybody, Kenma here. I'm gonna be starting up a new series. This is gonna be called Breakdown. This is my first episode. The plan here is pretty much I want to give the community a chance to understand what these higher tier teams, the competitive teams, what they're thinking in their band pick phase, what they're thinking with their team comps, and just explaining what they're doing during the game, so you can improve yourself by watching these guys and knowing why they're doing what and what's strong and what's weak and what's working, and learn the maps better too. So right now we have this is Tempostorm on blue side and Barrel Boys on the red side. And this is a game from King of the Storms, the monthly, I believe monthly number 5. Be sure to check out Kings of the Storm every Saturday. I think they start at like around 10 PST. It's a really cool weekly tournament, and they have one monthly every month. And just be sure to check that out. Show them some love. Okay, so right now I'm going to go over the team comps really quick before we start the replay. So we have Kerrigan, Uther, Malfurion, ETC, and Nazebo for Tempostorm. Pretty much with what they're doing. Okay, so getting Kerrigan's really high priority on a lot of teams right now because of her. She just has like an early game power that not many heroes have, and she with Rewind later on and Blood for Blood and Venom, she has so much single target and AoE damage that it's kind of ridiculous. So you pair her with the double healer, and she's pretty much never going to die. So they're going to run ETC. I'm guessing that they gave up Art this early up in the draft, so they just ETC is probably the second choice and Stitches is banned. So ETC is a really good hero in this meta right now because he's just really hard. He's hard to get on, and he has tons of CC. He has an AoE stun, he has an AoE pushback, and he has an ult. If you choose to take it, he has an ult that has, I think it's like 5 seconds of just disable, but it's really hard to land. So pretty much everyone on their team has some form of CC, and then Nazebo is just a crazy. He's one of the most damaging ranged heroes in the game currently. I'd say with Tychus and Vala taken by Barrel Boys, Nazebo is probably. I'm guessing Tassadar and Stitches were the bans this game because I don't see either of them. So with Tassadar banned and with Tychus and Vala on the other team, Nazebo is obviously the go-to choice. I don't really see anything else that could be taking Nazebo's place right now in this comp. So let's talk about the talent builds on blue side. Everything is standard on blue. So let me go over the comp on this side right now. So we have an Arthas, Tychus, Vala, Zeratul, Brightwing. Okay, so this comp doesn't really seem like it has much synergy to me because I feel like they just picked these heroes because they're like these three. I feel like they picked because they were strong. I don't understand the Zeratul really. I'm guessing they want to try to like. See, this is a misconception that I think a lot of teams have. They think the Zeratul is good against these double healer teams because you can maybe Void Prison both the healers and then instant kill someone, right? But if you look at their team comp right here, right? Vala does have very good burst damage, especially if you take Rain of Vengeance. Arthas has good damage for a tank, like one of the best. And then Brightwing is he's not a very offensive support. So right now there's no way, like I don't see a way for them how they're going to kill someone while their team's VP'd. Like the execution is going to have to be flawless to even have a chance at doing it. So like right now what I see with these comps is that this comp doesn't really make much sense, and then this comp is just like, as long as they don't get shredded early and destroyed, like I feel like they're just going to outscale and just completely dominate, because later on this team comp's not going to be able to kill anything and they're going to get outlasted because a Brightwing's not going to be able to out-heal an Uther and a Malfurion. Like there's no way. And especially if you go Emerald Win, I feel like you need Emerald Win against this comp, and if you go Emerald Win, how are you going to sustain up against a double healer like comp? Like there's just no way. So I feel like Barrel Boys got outpicked pretty hard, and because it seems like they were just picking OP heroes instead of thinking about their team comp. So I mean, Brightwing is obviously a good choice, but I don't understand. Like these heroes don't really mesh with the rest of their team comp. So I'm I'm going to give the team comp selection to Tempostorm, definitely. Now let's talk about the talent choices. Arthas, Tychus, and Brightwing are pretty standard with their talent choices. That's almost what everyone goes every game. Vala decided to take Siphoning Arrow, which is pretty strange to me. I'm guessing he's doing that because he doesn't want to give away early game kills to like maybe Kerrigan or something. I've actually tested it out and seen other some Chinese teams run Siphoning Arrow, and I actually used to play when I played range before I switched to support. I ran the Q build only. And this was, I tried the W build and the Q build. I actually liked the Q build a lot more at the time because heroes like Nova were just like killing me and it would allow me to 1v1 them. But eventually I realized that the W build with battle momentum is just by far superior. It's just superior because wave clear in this game, AoE poke, it's so good, and PvE in this game is so good. So like what I've noticed and from testing in scrims and whatnot, siphoning the Q build in general, just like Q and then Q at 4 and then the reset at 7, it's really good on maps like Mines and Sky Temple where there's lots of early game skirmishing. But on a map like Shire where the game's not going to be decided in the early levels, because like even an early dragon's not really going to decide the game, right? So I would suggest always going the W build on Vala on Dragon Shrine. And then Zeratul decided to take the increased radius on Q. It's an okay choice. I would personally probably get block or the cooldown on my blink because I usually play Zeratul personally with block, so I never get the range Q because I don't want to like it'll mess me up kind of. So like I always choose block almost like 90+% of the time. Their team doesn't really have many auto attackers, but it's still useful like for just negating damage. So I would probably take blink cooldown reduction or block. But anyways, let's go into the game. Let's see what people are doing. Alright, so right here we have Tempostorm's got a 4-man mid. They're probably looking to try to kill someone mid early. Then we got Vala versus ETC top. We have Arthas is, I don't know why Arthas is here. I guess Arthas is just standing here ready. He's ready to go mid or bottom. He just wants to transition wherever he's needed. Brightwing is, I don't know what Brightwing's doing. Like, let's see. See, Brightwing, okay. Right, so they come mid, right? Zeratul is soloing mid, so they're not going to be able to kill him, right? So, unless he pops out, like, and does something stupid. But right now, why is Brightwing not pushing bottom with him? Okay, this annoys me, right? Brightwing should come here bottom and push this lane with him, and then Z mid, right? Let's see when Brightwing does anything for the first time. All right, he queued like one mob, like he literally did nothing right there. So right now, I think let me rewind it for a second. This is just min-maxing, but it's just shit that you should get down if you want to get be as good as possible, right? So, okay, like, if you look right here, Trummel pushing by himself, he did not even deny it. Okay, if Brightwing's gonna go mid, if you're gonna have 3 people mid right away at the beginning of the game, do not push the lane, Trummel. Let the enemy minions deny your mobs, because that's the only advantage you're gonna get. But what they should have done is had Brightwing push out bottom, and then he could just teleport mid. So, like, right now, Trummel's in a really bad spot, because they did not need to push this. They could have even just denied him forever if they decided not to push that. But I guess they just want to play the roam game. Which is, like, roaming is really strong on this map because the lanes are so close to each other and there's brushes everywhere. So, like, if you run something like, look, they have 4 CCs, right? If you get caught in that in the middle transition here, you're just gonna die. There's nothing you can really do about that early game. So they have to play scared. And playing scared on this map is really not a good place to be in, honestly. Brightwing's not even going to be able to like soak up stacks for his bribe. So what Barrel Boys is thinking right now is they just want to make sure they keep the top shrine because they obviously can't keep the bottom shrine right now with 4 people roaming, right? It's impossible. And Tempostorm is just dancing back and forth between bottom and mid lane. I'm going to just speed this up a little bit until some action happens. So now they know Zeratul's top, so they know there's literally no threat mid and bottom. So nothing's really happening here. Trummel has melting point now, so like he should never be in a situation where he can die anymore. Alright, so some action just happened here. I'm going to rewind it really quick. I missed it. Let's rewind this really quick. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, stun's gonna come out on blinks. Yeah, he gets killed. Baron gets away with an HP. I mean, there's not. They shouldn't really even be fighting that, honestly. That's another thing you have to think of when you pick team comps, like on a map. Like the map is so, like it's so important on what kind of team comp you decide to run, right? Because a Kerrigan with this team comp, you're not going to be able to do shit early game. Like you're giving up. Oh wow, Trumbull just got outplayed pretty hard there, but protective shield saves him. You're gonna when you choose a comp like Barrel Boys chose right now, you're literally choosing to just give up the mid and bot lane, right? Because there's nothing you can really do about it. So you're gonna want to just win the top lane. It's pretty much your only choice. With Brightwing on this map, Brightwing is very good on this map though. So like just being able to be anywhere on the map is really strong. So that's already the 2-kill advantage for. It's 2-kill advantage for Barrel Boys. They're gonna get the bottom shrine. They're gonna get the 7 Talon first now on on Tempostorm. We see Gidbin, Guitar Hero, Elun's Grace, Cleanse, and Impaling Swarm. Nothing too crazy. The Elun's Grace on the Malfurion is gonna enable him to cast like super far away Entangling Roots without putting himself into danger. And it also lets you like check brushes from really far away with your Immune Fire, which is pretty nice. Like instead of like standing like here to poke the shrine too, you could be like here. It's pretty like I don't know the exact range, but it's something like that. So Barrel Boys is trying their best to like take a shrine, but it's gonna be really hard for them to. Fury or Trumbull should probably die here. No? Okay, Blinks gets in time. Zeroto's roaming from mid. Zebra roams too. They're trying to kill. They're really trying to kill this Arthas. I don't know why. Yeah, that was not the best decision making on who to go on. They should have just tried to kill Blinks or Trumbull, I think. Arthas is probably one of the hardest heroes to kill in the game. I love ETC sounds, so funny. So, I mean, right now, nothing's really happening. Tempostorm's just trying to get 10, and they're just shuffling back and forth, trying to make sure the other one doesn't get the dragon. Doesn't get both shines with the dragon. So both teams are gonna get their Fat Boys right now. Nothing's really happening right now. All the action is in mid and bottom right now. Let's look at the towers. Like, they got 2 towers down. Yeah, so Tempostorm has like a 2-tower advantage right now. That's why they're ahead right now. 1 kill and 2 towers. Alright, Glaurung missed his combo, so Trumbull gets away. Looks like Vala wins this lane later on. Doesn't really surprise me. Vala's ranged and ETC isn't. So Fan actually chooses to go with the damage. Okay, yeah. He chooses to go with damage instead of the first aid, which is kind of surprising to me. But I mean, I guess if you're trying to burst someone to death, it's the best choice you can do. It's really hard for them to kill Brightwing when he has Cleanse. So right now they got the 4-man rotation. They're trying to kill Glaurung. Nice Rain of Vengeance, but they both he Rain of Vengeance, but they both walked into a stun. And then Fan's not ulting for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why Fan didn't. Fan could have just Void Prisoned early, and they probably wouldn't have died, but. I mean, that's what happens when you don't kill someone on Kerrigan. Kerrigan will just turn around on you and be like, "Sup?" It was really nice by Glaurung to sidestep top instead of like trying to run away. It was really good play by him. So they're just getting towers. They got the 13 talent now. Let's just pause for a second and see what talents they got. Rewind, nothing surprising. Sprint, of course. Shrink ray. Okay, shrink ray. That's kind of... This is the, like... 13 is probably, like, the one talent that Malfurion is going to choose something. He has the possibility of choosing something different every game, right? 7 and 13. 13, I'd say Shrink Ray and then Ice Block. If you need Ice Block, you have to get Ice Block. But, like, when they have double healer and this team has no real threats to kill the Malfurion because he's so far back with the Loon's Grace that he doesn't really need to put himself in danger, right? So I think taking the Shrink Ray is actually a nice choice because Rewind is not very good on Malfurion. Like, he only can, like, his W and his Q are horrible for Rewind. You can only rewind your Entangling Roots, right? So while double Entangling Roots is quite nice, Shrink Ray is amazing. Like, it's amazing against Odin. It's amazing against a Vala that's just putting out damage. So, okay, so Vala decided to go with the full... Okay, this is strange to me. He went Q build with battle momentum. I've actually tried out this build, and it is not anywhere as good as the double Q build. Because if you go the reset Q on E, you have a lot more sustained burst and survivability. But this battle momentum you'll have more damage output in a fight, but you lose the burst damage. It'll also allow you to get your Rain of Vengeance up quicker. So maybe that's what he was thinking when he chose that. And then, of course, the movement speed on ETC is pretty strong. I don't even think it's worth getting Relentless on him or any of the other talents there because the movement speed is what makes ETC strong. I think making his team like really fast. And then Sprint. I mean, Rewind is very bad on Azebo most games, so Sprint's pretty standard. All right, so let's just look where the game's going. They're doing a 4-1 split with a Dragon bottom. This is fine. They put one of their healers in the Dragon, which is nice because when you have double healer, you can always just put a healer in the Dragon and you still have a healer out, right? So they have to deal with this Dragon. The Dragon's going to just keep on getting them head. So right now the game is... Tempostorm has the level advantage and they have the Dragon. So right now they're just going to try to be safe, not die in like a 5 vs 4 fight while Dragon's doing some stuff. Okay, so right now Dragon's just tanking unnecessary damage. Wow, Glaurung almost soloed him before Brightwing came. Alright, so Brightwing did choose to get the Blink heal. I mean, you see the damage that Kerrigan outputs, right? She doesn't even have Gathering Power and she can almost one-shot a Art. This is pretty ridiculous. So they pretty much trade Rewind for Arthas ult. I believe Glaurung still has his ult. No, it wasn't up. Alright, so they're going to Odin. They want to fight this really badly. This is looking good for them. This is looking really good for Barrel Boys right here. Let's slow this down a little bit, okay? Ooh, oh my god. This Ravenous Spirit is doing so much work right now. That Ravenous Spirit zoned them well. Honestly, I don't think... I mean, it was cute that Barrel Boys tried to do that, but stealing those knights is not really going to do anything unless you can get like a kill or two. And using VP before the shrines are up, now they're probably not going to have VP when the next shrine fights happen. So I don't know if I agree with that choice. And you also, I'm pretty sure like most of if not all the XP you get from killing these neutral mobs is when you kill them, not if you cap them. So I don't know if I totally agree with that. So I mean, they got a two level advantage. They're not really scared of fighting. They know VP's down. They know Odin's down. They're just trying to catch someone right now. All right, soldier zone. Let me rewind this. I didn't even see what happened with McIntyre. How he got out of place. Let's see here. Okay. So let's watch this real quick. Alright, so McIntyre just got... Yeah, he just went the wrong fucking way. Then this is a nice zone right here. Like, that's not a waste of an ult, like, honestly. See, I have to see... This is why I don't agree with taking Blink heal. Like, if he had Emerald Wind here, like, they wouldn't have took any damage there. But that's the problem. Like, the choice that he's thinking in his head probably is, like, I need the heals to keep my team up. But if you don't have Emerald Wind, they'll engage on you forever. They have fucking 5 disables. Like... It's kind of like you choose your own poison, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the problem when I feel like if you lose in the ban pick phase, you're putting yourself in a situation where you just can't win. Like these fights are not, they're pretty one-sided, honestly. Like even the fight where they got the nice VP, they had the Odin, they couldn't get to the fucking Witch Doctor, and he just like he wrecked all of them. They had to back off. So Uther, I'm guessing, cleansed and sprinted himself out. Yeah. Cooldown. Let's check all timers. So Army's down for 30 and Mospidge is down for 50. So Army is way more important to Arthas than Mospidge is to ETC. So alright, Arthas is gonna die here. He's gonna die here. He's gonna get rewound any second. Oh, okay. Nice rain. Alright, see, this is the problem though with their team. Okay, let's just watch here now. They're getting double healered now. They're getting out sustained. There's nothing they can do right now. Yeah, they just got out sustained. If you do not kill somebody in a double healer comp, like when that fight starts like that, you cannot win because they will outlast you. It's impossible. So Trumbo's probably dead right here. Uses the rewind just to ensure the kill. I don't blame him on that. Nazebo's starting Knights. They're getting the Dragon Knight. Arthlon's gonna get in it. Like once again, if you have two healers, it's probably a good idea to put one in the Dragon Knight. I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit. Let's look at the 16 talents on Tempostorm. I didn't look at them yet. Blood for Blood, not a surprise. Heart and Focus, really good. Like if you don't need. They do have two of the heaviest auto attackers in the game, so the other one, I forgot what it's called, okay, here it is, Imposing Presence. Imposing Presence would be good on Uther in a normal game, but since it's double healer, I think he will always be above 80% life, so Heart and Focus is the better choice. And then, I mean, Tenacious Roots, I don't really think there's any other option in 16 for Malfurion. That's an awesome upgrade. Imposing Presence is great. It wrecks Odin, and then it wrecks Vala, so I mean that's just a win-win. Like you're making two of their 3 damage dealers are doing like half damage to you. Like this is an amazing skill. Stone Skin is better if they have like a mixed damage kind of. It's a lot better. So if you're versing Odin and Vala though, I would definitely think about taking Imposing Presence over Stone Skin. Specialized Toxin, that's standard. That's what makes your ult do crazy damage, and your just auto attacks and your regular skills. They have the 2x of your. It makes your passive do 2x damage, so that's pretty standard. I'll check out Barrel Boys' talents when they hit 16 as well. So they're just 5-man sieging at this point. They're pretty safe to get these towers. The other team can't really do it. Let's check the cooldowns really quick. So Odin and Void Prison is down. So as long as Tempostorm's keeping a timer on both of these, they don't have to worry about being engaged on right now. So they're going to take down both the towers just for the XP. Because like right now it's pretty much... This team's not going to fight until they hit 16, right? And Tempostorm just wants to play safe until they hit 20. Because like right now, at this point of the game, it's pretty much the race to 20. And if you hit 20 before they're anywhere close to 20, they can't fight you. Because like you become infinitely stronger at 20. Just like they're going to have... Their team is literally going to have 3 to 4 bolts on their team. And no one will be able to die, ever. Yeah, so they're just showing their dominance right now. Like you can't, if you're this far ahead, you're just like, no, you cannot do Knights. We're going to do the Knights, and then they're just trying to run around, clear these. They soaked to 16 now, so like honestly, this would probably be the time they need to look for a fight. Like they need to do something before the other team hits 20. Tempostorm's probably just gonna clear waves, do jungle mobs because there's nothing much else to do. They could probably take this pretty free if the other team decides to not fight or defend. Yeah, so they're really confident right now. They're just like, we're going to take this. You can't do anything about it. Honestly, this is where the other team should have fought them. They should have just stood their ground there or something. I don't know. Because it's literally to the point of the game where if they don't do something now, they are going to lose no matter what. Because as soon as they get 20, the little chance that they have at winning now is 100% gone. It's just, there's no chance. I'd say they have, like, I still don't think they have much of a chance of winning a team fight now, but may as well try to win the team fight before they hit 20, right? And Tempostorm's smart, you know, they know they don't need this. This is not important. They're going to get this eventually. So they just go, these spawn and they just do these really quick, and then they get that, bam, bam. So now the other team's gotta decide, this team has to decide, do we try to, like, get the shrines? Do we defend? What do we do? And Tempostorm is probably gonna, Tempostorm might try to take these towers, get closer to 20, or they're just gonna take the shrines. Like, it's up to them. Taking these towers is pretty safe, especially when they see Zeratul not here. So they're just gonna take both these towers and get closer to 20. They'll be really close. Alright, so now they're, like, super close to 20. Once this team gets to 20, there's literally nothing this team comp can do, even if, like, the 5 most mechanically gifted players in the world were playing these heroes, there's nothing they can do unless this team, like, royally fucks up. There's just nothing they can do. Alright, so see, this was a good idea right here, right? They're trying to burst Malfurion down when they're trying to burst Malfurion down right now when they got the other healer, and that was actually like a really good idea, but they don't have the follow-up that they need for it. Like, Blinks should have teleported on to Trumbull, and maybe they could have done something, but it's too late now. They're not gonna be able to kill this guy. Like, it's just not, I don't think they're gonna be able to kill him. Let's see. He does have blood for blood, and he has what does he have? What does Zeratul have? Oh, Zeratul's nothing. Okay, yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to kill him. Okay, they did kill him. Never mind. Okay, they hit 20 now. See, this is the huge part. This, like, look at this Ravenous Spirit. It's killing everyone. Soldier has the really good flank. So, like, now their healer's dead. What are they going to do? They're going to win this fight 4 vs 5 because they blew their load to kill Malfurion. And they're going to lose the fight 4 vs 5. Watch. That's the Bolt coming into play. Gets away with Bolt. They choose not to kill Kyr's Fury here because it's going to take 10 years to kill him. Real nice stun, nice heal, dead. Yeah. I mean, that's the power of being level 20, dude. You saw it. He got the Bolt, survived. They win the game now because he gets the Dragon. They can literally end off this. They're dead for 38, 33. They can end the game right here. Game's over. So we'll just fast forward that. So it was a really, that was really nice. They took the opportunity to get the kill when Arthalon was getting the Dragon. He was being a little cocky, and he got the Dragon, you know? And that shows why taking Ice Block is never a bad idea, because if he had Ice Block there, he wouldn't have died, but it honestly didn't matter. They're strong enough to win 4 vs 5 at that point. They got to 20 during the fight, which was actually super important, because if they didn't get 20, Glaurung would have died, and then they probably would have lost the fight, honestly, with Nazeebo with no ult and then ETC Uther. They probably would have lost the fight, but they hit 20 during the fight. Glaurung bolts out, and then they trade 1 for 3, and then they're safe. So game's pretty over right now. There's nothing Barrel Boys can do. So, I mean, hopefully I explained some stuff. You guys learned some stuff. I'm gonna try and improve on this. This is my first time, you know, this is my first time doing this in a while. So let me know what I can improve on in the comments, and let me know what else. Like, let me know if there's any certain games you guys want to see and whatnot. You know, I'm down to do whatever. Yeah, it's pretty over right now. Let's take a look at the talents one last time. All right, see. Okay, they chose for 3 or 4 bolts. This is the only other hero that could get both is Nazeebo, but I really like the Annihilating Spirit pick because, like, look at this comp. You have a double healer comp. Why do you need a bolt? You know what I'm saying? So, the Storm Shield is kind of strange to me. I would 100% get the ult upgrade, but it doesn't really matter. And then, yeah, so we got Blood for Blood, Stone Skin, Double Bomb, and the Critter Eyes. These are all pretty standard, so nothing out of the normal there. And that should be good game. That's about it. So well played by Tempostorm. I think they did win this game though at the banned pick stage. So, all right, so that's it from me for now. That was breakdown episode 1. Look forward to the next one, guys. And thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace, guys.